Hello and welcome to the Basketball Show on New Zealand Radio Sport. We've found our NBA winner of 2019/2020. It was LeBron. Surprise, surprise. Before we go any further, we'll see the footage. So we've got footage from LeBron winning the title and also the Game 5 before that. So we'll see how that went. Okay, we're just, Paul's bringing that video up now.
Down, count it, and one. Inside, threw it behind Robinson. James floats it up, and Anthony Davis with the one-handed. An easy matchup for Kuzma. None much shorter. Shot clock winding down. Butler gets in the paint. That mid-range jumper is good. Jimmy Butler, 2 for. Hands off to Hero. Right back to Butler. Butler defended well, but overcomes. Danny
So this
Green,
is Game 5.
Caruso.
The Lakers won Game 1 and 2.
Tries a three-pointer. LeBron James
the Miami Heat
up by 5.
won
Under
the
2 to play,
game,
second quarter. Rondo kicks it out to Davis. Davis
Lakers
gets inside
won
a
the fourth
long
game.
stride.
So the Lakers are up 3-1.
Crowder tied up, gets it back to Butler. Quick jumper, Jimmy Butler, and he knocks it down as the shot clock. Howard hits both free throws. It's back to 1. Howard now guarding Butler. Butler, step back jumper. That's good. Jimmy Butler nails another. Pursuing Duncan Robinson. Crowder can't answer. Butler, yes, and 1. Jimmy. Back up top to none. Crowder left open. Good look. Counted and 1. Chance for a 4-point play. As Jay Crowder hits.
What do you say to the guys going into this next tunnel?
We just got to focus on our assignments and playing the game.
Feed inside to James, and he throws it down. Shot clock at 4. Butler drives, stops. Up top, Robinson puts up a 3. It's good. It's good. Duncan Robinson from downtown. And the Heat back on top by 2. Adebayo looking. Back to Robinson. Up top to Butler. Butler pulls up. Got it. Jimmy Butler does it again. James drives, gets inside, running layup. It's good, and a foul. LeBron James ties the game, and a chance for a 3-point play. Butler one-on-one with Markieff Morris. Butler drives, falling away. Got it again. Jimmy Butler puts the Heat back up by 1. And Butler. James drives, goes inside, layup, missed it, got the rebound. The follow, he banks it home. James and Butler throwing haymakers at each other. Butler drives, and he's fouled.
To be as a primary defender on James or as a helper.
Butler, 2, clutch free throw, posting him up, backing in, looking, kicks it out, pass deflected. Caldwell Pope for 3. No good. Davis on the follow, and he lays it in as the shot clock expires.
Knock down a shot.
Into the hands, of course, to Jimmy Butler. Butler goes to the basket. Layup won't go, but a foul. With a remarkable ability to get to the free throw line. And connects again.
Looks like they will.
Butler, clutch free throw after clutch free throw. Green coming up to set a screen. James goes the other way. Drives down the lane. Back out to Green. Green for 3. Off the mark. No good. Markieff Morris has it, throws it inside and throws it out of bounds with 2.2 remaining to Anthony Davis, but threw it away. Heroes, as you see, first free throws of the night. Hero completes it.
And I'm sprinting back, double teaming.
And that's the way it ended. 111-108. Jimmy Butler with a 40-point triple-double there. I think he's only the second person to have a 40-point triple-double in a finals game. And that brought the game back to 3-2. A lot of Lakers fans are assuming that game was a shoo-in for the Lakers, but Heat coming back there, so could the Heat win? Well, actually already ruined the result. The Lakers won, and it's pretty hard to miss that. It was on the news, and if you're on social media, you would have seen all about that. So it's 3-1 to the Lakers. Miami Heat brought it back to 3-2, and we've got Game 6, which happened yesterday. We've got basically just a celebration. So I have to admit I didn't actually watch the game. I think I was doing something anyway, and I was following the first quarter, and the Heat were down in the first quarter, and the second quarter were blown out completely, and that by halftime they were over 20 behind. It was the second largest halftime lead in NBA Finals, and I just didn't bother watching because that result was inevitable. And we'll show you a bit of the footage of LeBron winning his fourth title, the LA Lakers winning their first title since 2010.
James, it's all coming out. You know, one of the great pleasures of this job every year is watching.
So here we see, at least in a minute to go,
again,
the Lakers 15
when that title is realized, when it's finally over, and all the work, all the sweat, all the practices, all the travel, and in this case, all this time in the bubble ends up with what they all set out for as their number one and only goal.
You know what? Each guy invested. And LeBron is thinking, I promised this guy this. I told him that things would be different. And to finish it off, they all should be extremely proud.
Olynyk puts it up and in. Caruso will bring it up. LeBron James already celebrating. I'm sure they are back in Los Angeles again. Dwight Howard knocks down a three-pointer. There's the exclamation point. The Heat will just bring it up. As the Lakers will win Game 6. And now Cook can just dribble it out.
And J.R. Smith already shirtless.
Final seconds here in this NBA season. The respect from those two. And that's it. It's over. This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers conquer the bubble, and banner number 17 will soon hang in the rafters.
Rajon Rondo there. He won a title with the Celtics against Kobe Bryant's Lakers, 2008, 2009 maybe. He's the first NBA player to win a title with both the Lakers and the Celtics. Of course, the Lakers and the Celtics are the two most winning NBA franchises. Now they both actually have 17 titles. So LA were on 16. Now they've joined Boston Celtics.
Such an emotional time for these LA Lakers, and also emotional for Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. As we said, a painful way for a great season to come to an end. Always so inspiring when an individual or a team overachieves or accomplishes the unexpected. That's what the Heat did. But they ran up against a Laker
Dwight
team.
Howard, another guy winning his first NBA title.
Just
He
steamrolled
was
them
a
here tonight.
superstar for a good
So much more ahead
8
in the
seasons
celebration,
or so.
the trophy presentation, the
With
naming of the
Orlando
Finals MVP. It's
Magic,
all
who
ahead
lost
as the Lakers
in
win the
NBA
2020
Final
championship.
series against the Lakers. LeBron James, title number 4, and he was phenomenal for a 35-year-old player. We all know LeBron is great, and he proved it once again. LeBron also winning his 4th Finals MVP. Only Michael Jordan has more Finals MVPs. He's got 6. LeBron James in the postseason with 27.6 points, 8.8 rebounds, 8.8 assists, 10.8 rebounds. shooting 56% from the field. So pretty fantastic stats here for LeBron. But equally, Anthony Davis in the postseason, 27.7. So pretty equal to LeBron there, both 27 point something. He also had 9.7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 1.4 blocks. He shot 57% from the field. So when your two best players are averaging 55 points between them, 56% from the field, just under 40% from three, you're probably going to win an NBA title. And these guys did. I mentioned they're a bit of a two-guy team, and they probably needed a bit more support from the other guys on their team. Rajon Rondo had a pretty good series. Didn't play a lot of minutes, but in his 25 minutes, he was good for about 7 assists and 10 points. Kuzma averaged about 10 points for the series as well, as it did Caldwell Pope. So they had three guys averaging 10, and then LeBron and Anthony Davis averaging 26, 27. As I mentioned, Dwight Howard winning a ring. Didn't get a lot of game time either, but he's got a ring, and he was a great player in his day, one of the best centers we've seen. So pretty cool for Dwight Howard to get a ring. LeBron getting his fourth. Any others? Danny Green, who missed the potential game-winning shot in Game 5, and then fans had a bit of a go at him because he hasn't been great this year. But he won a ring last year with Toronto, and he won a ring with the Spurs. So he's only the third player to win a ring with 3 franchises. The other 2 guys were John Sally and Robert Horry. Robert Horry winning 7. He won 3 with the Bulls with Michael Jordan, 2 with the Rockets with Hakeem Olajuwon, and then he won a couple more with the Lakers when they had Kobe and Shaq. Also, let's not forget Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was amazing in Game 5, 40-point triple-double. He scored a bunch of points in the last couple of minutes, basically dueling with LeBron James playing isolation ball, and he made some pretty difficult shots, some fadeaways in the mid-range, and he nailed those. And he's only the second person after LeBron James did it in 2016, second guy to lead his team in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks in the NBA Finals. So as you can see, Jimmy didn't have a lot of help in that series. He had some guys contributing here and there, maybe 50, 20 points. But Jimmy was a one-man team. And for them to win 2 games of that series is testament to how well Jimmy Butler played to lead his team in the 5 main statistical categories. Yeah, it's great. I think he scored 26 point something in the finals, and he was just under 10 assists and just under 10 rebounds. So he was almost averaging a 25-point triple-double in that final series. Just didn't quite get across the line. So the Lakers, NBA champions for the 17th time. LeBron James, NBA champion for the 4th time. And now we have to put up with the Michael Jordan versus LeBron James narrative even more. All those LeBron fans just can't stop talking about how they think he's the greatest. And LeBron James has got a lot of haters, haters. I'm probably one of them. But one of the main reasons for that, I mean, we all know he's great. We know he's great. He's a fantastic basketball player, one of the greatest. But the reason why people dislike him so much is his fans. Like, his fans just don't shut up about how good they think he is and how they think he's better than Jordan. And that just comes down to, I think, a little bit to do with jealousy of Michael Jordan's legacy, that they have to keep comparing him to Jordan all the time. They they just, every time LeBron wins again, they're like, yeah, LeBron cemented his legacy of the greatest. Like, yeah, he's won 4. So 4 out of 10. 6 out of 6. That's the guy. The guy you're trying to beat is just, it's just hard to compare anybody to that, because it's like magic, this mystical guy who went to the finals 6 times, won 3, retired, played baseball, come back, won 3 more with the same team without creating his own team. Didn't pull in superstars from other teams. Just won lots, and has the statistics that even if he didn't win 6 titles, his statistics would stand on their own. If he had 0 titles, would still say, oh, Michael Jordan's one of the top 5 of all time. So just, yes, yeah, I'm really, that's cool. LeBron did it in the situation, winning with the 3rd team. At 35 years old, winning another finals MVP. He was great. He was great all year. It's just more fuel to that fire of Jordan versus LeBron. And we've had 5 years of it, and we'll probably have another 5. Me and Paul were just talking before the show, how long has LeBron left? Well, realistically, he's probably got at least 5 seasons. And even after he retires, we'll still be talking about, is he better than Jordan? It's just going to go on to the end of time. But it's all right. Basketball's great. I love to talk about basketball. I just get sick of the whole Michael Jordan versus LeBron. Who's better? They're both great. And, yeah.
And did we have that to a certain degree with Magic and Jordan back in the 80s? Thinking about when he did that first three-peat.
I mean, back then you didn't have social media, so it was just the media guys talking about it, really, and you and your mate at the water cooler. But yeah, Michael Jordan would have had it for a long time, and now Magic's not even talked. Like no one even mentions Magic anymore, and he was great. So
yeah, some stats you brought in there, which I thought, I just pulled up some records. But if we look at the you mentioned results by team, the fact that the Lakers have now got 17, the same as the Celtics. To understand kind of how amazing that is, the Golden State Warriors come in 3rd with 6. I mean, that's 11 titles behind. It's amazing.
Yeah, and 3 of those in the last 5 years.
And then and also the Chicago Bulls in there as well. Before, so yeah, the gap between those top 2 and the rest is just is massive.
Yeah, and the number of teams without one at all. Yeah, just one. Is quite a few.
Yeah, Pelicans, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Clippers, Nuggets, Hornets never even made the finals. Never mind losing one. From there, and the other one that you mentioned was you mentioned Horace Grant as well, and one that we've talked about previously is players with the most championships who are not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. The ones that are yellow are in the Hall of Fame, and Jim Luskoff and Robert Horry, both with 7 titles, and both not in the Hall of Fame, which is kind of amazing. More titles than Michael Jordan, but apparently not good enough to make the Hall of Fame, which is kind of when you mentioned Robert Horry doing it with 3 different teams. Because all the champions, they win a ring. They discuss how many rings have you got, because they all win this big, ridiculous rings. How good is that as a party trick? I mean, if you're a basketball fan, you know who Robert Horry is, and you might know what he looks like. But 99%, I mean, everyone, when they see LeBron James or Michael Jordan, they know exactly who that is. Robert Horry is just chilling out at a party. I used to play basketball. Everyone's, who's this guy? Reckons he plays basketball. Pulls his hand up to show 7 NBA titles. Oh, yeah, I was all right back in my day. Yeah, I was thinking. So the one that sort of springs out to me was Steve Kerr, the little guy
at the Chicago Bulls, and I was thinking, oh, I've got to check on Steve Kerr. He must be the highest number of rings not to have made the not to make the Hall of Fame. He's 2 behind Robert Horry, who so I remember him obviously with the Chicago Bulls, and then the Spurs. He only did it with 2 teams, but yeah, Horry's record is pretty stunning, and he's. And you've got to say also, it's just the longevity of his career. Because look, I mean, you're talking about it's not even back to back. He takes a 5-year break between the Rockets and the Lakers, winning titles, and another 3-year break between winning one with the Lakers and winning with the Spurs. So he did it over, what is that? From 94 to 2007. That's what, something like 15 or 16 years. That's nuts to have been kind of at that level for that length of time.
Yeah, and he made big shots in all of those series, even when he was with the Spurs. I think there was a playoff game where he scored. Yeah, I can't remember the exact stat. I won't try and make it up. But there was a game of the Spurs where he's scored 30 or 40 points or something in a finals game, or 20 points in a quarter, something ridiculous, where he just kept hitting all these shots, and you just thought, yeah, this is the greatest role player basketball's ever seen. He's that one guy in your team that everybody wants to have. Just does their job and does it well.
And when we're talking about the sort of greatest of all time, Simon pulls in the live chat in the chat there. Everyone, we're all forgetting about Larry Bird. Yeah, but, I mean, Larry Bird hasn't even got 5 rings. But
yeah, and he was fantastic. There was a game when he decided to play left-handed and scored, I think, 35, 40 points playing on his offhand just because he wanted to. And he never looked like he was doing that much, but he was great. And I think maybe because he's not that athletic guy, and you see the highlights of dunks and all the crazy stuff, it's not that guy. But he'd have to be close to your top 5 list, wouldn't he?
And yet, I guess it's because it's just so long ago. I mean, look, it was back in the 60s, but Bill Russell there, look, he's won 11 rings, and yet we never seem to, he never makes the list. But I guess that's really because pretty much no one alive has seen him play.
No, you see a little bit of grainy black and white on YouTube of him, and that's about it.
But yeah, the Boston Celtics at the top there with all those with most championships, dominating it, with him as part of it. Yeah. But anyway, yes, I just thought that we'd have those couple of stats you mentioned would be worth having a quick chat about.
Yeah. And that pretty much ends our season of the basketball show. There's no international basketball. There's not a lot to talk about at the moment. So we'll be back maybe if I want to do this again at some point. They haven't set a date for the start of the NBA season. They've said it will be delayed. I guess we just don't know what's going to happen with COVID, and we're lucky they were able to do a shortened amount of teams that they could fit into the bubble over only a short period of time for those teams that didn't make the playoffs. But 30 teams for a full 80-game season, yeah, it's hard to put that into a bubble. So who knows when the NBA will be back. But until we are, thanks for watching the basketball show. And we've just going to finish with a little video, a throwback to LeBron's last title win in 2016 in Cleveland. So this was the first title Cleveland won in 50 years. And you going to say something, Paul?
Yeah, I was going to say this before we move on to the video. Thank you so much for doing season 1 of the basketball show. It's been great to have you on. Look, folks, we all do this because we love the sports, not because we're paid or anything like that. We're all volunteers for this. So thank you very much, Daniel, for doing that. And hopefully there's a season 2 but thank you so much for doing this season.
Yeah, it's just cool. It's the first time
anyone's listened to me about basketball, Paul. They've got no choice. I've got this big fancy microphone. So thanks for tuning in. We're going to see some of the footage from, it's talked about a lot, not so much now, but for a while, the Warriors, Golden State Warriors, were up 3-1 against LeBron James's Cavs. They had the most wins in any NBA season. They won 73 games out of 82. Most winning season ever. They were up 3-1 against LeBron James. And LeBron James came back, first team to come back from a 3-1 deficit to win an NBA Finals series. So we're going to finish the show with LeBron winning back in 2016. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you again.
Every set, every minute, every play, every possession. Enjoy it, all right?
Let's go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oracle Arena. An epic 7-game series begins tonight with Game 1.
Green chest pass, high left side to Curry, working on Thompson. Thompson slip. Curry the mismatch. Curry the three.
Good!
Let's cause some havoc defensively. We'll get out and run.
And here comes Kyrie Irving. He goes around him. Iguodala stole it again. 3-on-2. Klay Thompson running and laying it up and in. Iguodala may have the best defensive hands in the game.
And that will end. We're in a great spot, right? One possession at a time. Here we go. Livingston, mid-range.
39 bench points to only 5 by the Cavaliers.
Livingston's the foul line, rises again. Good! Roof ready to blow off this place.
Keep pushing. Every possession, right? Finish it strong now. James goes to Thompson. Left-handed, missed it. Tip to Tinker by Iguodala. Curry to Iguodala. Oh, what a beautiful pass.
Curry to a running Andre to dunk it home.
Lowest scoring game of the season for Thompson and Curry combined. Yet they win by 15.
The final three.
Let's go. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Go.
3, 2, 1. Goal red.
And we are underway.
James goes right at him, blocked by Bogut. James bounce pass to Thompson, blocked by Bogut. His third already.
Curry in transition, dialing long distance, and the Warriors have the lead.
Yes, sir.
Let's get a couple stops. Inside Draymond, cut off, goes back to block again by Bogut.
4 rejections in less than 8 minutes.
That's what I'm talking about, big guy. Spark, baby. That's what you do. Let's go.
Got to get some offensive flow. All got to move. Now let's start playing our game.
Outside, drives on Shepard. No look, flip to Draymond. He's open. He'll fire. 3 ball, good for Draymond.
Hey, Clay, good pass.
Chance of Warriors.
Thompson gets past Jefferson, out to Green, tries
Another 3. Puts it in. Draymond Green lighting it up. He's got 15. Warriors pouring it on. An 18-point turnaround.
Let's go, fellas.
They get on the glass. Ball's moving. Good screening action.
So you fall in love with the pretty basketball, the great ball movement, the competitive spirit.
Pull out the bar. Motion to Klay.
The one thing this team constantly does, it takes your will.
Klay for 3. Got it.
Golden State, what an impressive performance. Shoot 54% from the field. And they'll take a 2-0 lead in these NBA Finals.
After winning big at Game 3, Cleveland has all the momentum. The defending champions have a tough challenge ahead of them, and they look to regroup on the Cavaliers' home floor and regain control of the series.
Got this far because we're a team, because we rely on all you guys. When we play together, when we compete together, that's when we're at our best.
Let's fight, fellas. Have each other's back from the start. 48 minutes.
Here we go, man. Follow my lead. Y'all know what it's about. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go.
Irving off the screen. He'll take it in. Hand off to Thompson. Met by Draymond. Rips the ball away. Pump fake goes up.
And Draymond Green fouls him and one.
2 minutes left here in the first. With it is Curry.
Curry goes away from the screen. Stops and pops over Shumpert.
And drills a three-pointer, stepping away. There is Curry with that splash and dash.
Good quarter. Stay with it, all right? We don't want to come up and slow the ball down. We got an advantage. We go. We're looking for shots.
Love drives on Andre. Leads back. His pass blocked. James goes up. Strip. Oh, what a play by Andre. Irving on the break. Stop. Goes up. Blocked by Klay Thompson.
This is 7. Curry puts up a 3. Bang! Stephen Curry from downtown. That's 17 three-pointers. A finals record now for most threes by a team.
The Golden State Warriors have handed the Cleveland Cavaliers their first loss at home in the postseason, and they take a commanding 3-1 lead.
I thought we competed. I thought we played hard, but every time we made a mistake. And when you discover the reason why you were born, I think we were born to be champions. We got a tough road to conquer, but we can do it. We're down 3-1, and we got to have a mindset that when we go into this game tonight, we're going to win.
Same opportunity, fellas, right in front of us. Focus on the details, energy, effort. Let's stay together. Just us. 1, 2, 3.
He's got 8 to shoot.
Curry left side off the dribble. It's a 3. Money in the bank for Steph Curry. Kyrie Irving off the pick. Gets it to the right side, to the baseline, to the rim. Throws up a left-hand layup. It's up a good.
Game's off to a good start.
Stay with it the whole game, the whole 48. They'll make some runs. We'll make some runs.
Thompson way outside. Thompson, long distance. Again, 26 first half points. That's his 6th 3 of the game. The best half of these finals.
Well, I love the action. The big-name players are playing at a high potential.
Irving from 3. Bang!
Iguodala works it on Irving on the left side of the lane. Bumps it up. LeBron James blocked it from behind.
I love our fight. We got to keep going, all right?
James steps back. He tries another 3. That's good. LeBron James from downtown.
It's one of the greatest performances offensively I've ever seen in the finals by Kyrie Irving.
I guess to the paint. Back scores. Gets fouled by Klay Thompson.
Kyrie Irving does it again. He's got 33. The raucous crowd is quieted down with this performance by Cleveland.
Down by 13. LeBron accelerates. Gets to the foul line. And out of the paint. Good pump. Big got hit. Puts it up. He puts it in.
It's the first time ever teammates had 40 points in a finals game. Cleveland forces a game 6. Irving fakes, drives, James on the throwdown.
James left side. Picked up by Azili. Straight off the Thompson.
James to Thompson. Oh, what a pass from LeBron James.
Precisely the start the Cavaliers were looking for.
Energy in the building, energy on the floor.
Hang in there.
Fall asleep against this dangerous Warriors team.
Out comes LeBron James. LeBron lobs the rim to Thompson. Oh, what a catch! And oh, what a dunk by Thompson! Off a brilliant LeBron James feed.
Tristan Thompson with a double-double here in the first half.
And the Warriors, Tom, will be down 16 at the break. Urgel catches the sideline. Handoff play. Pump fake. Got it. Klay Thompson nailed it down the left sideline.
Trying to come back here in the third. 5 to shoot for Klay Thompson. Thompson fires away. Klay Thompson coming alive. And it's a 9-point game. A generation player having another epic playoff game. James finishing touches on a magnificent performance. 41 in back-to-back finals games.
And we will have a Game 7 in Oakland.
Well, LeBron.
This is a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. This might be once in a while.
As we get set for Game 7.
Irving, he's bested by Klay Thompson. Pulls up 15-footer. Tough shot by Irving. That's a heck of a shot right there.
Smith pass right through the hands of Curry. Curry had that steal, but it slipped through his hands. James, a two-handed slam.
Game 7, we're all fighting. Let's keep going hard, all right?
Kyrie Irving grounded by Curry.
Kyrie Irving knocks down a three, and the Cavaliers with their largest lead of the night. Irving having a huge Curry crossover three-pointer. It's good. Steph Curry from way downtown, and we're tied again. We've had 20 lead changes and 11 ties.
We're doing a good job. We got to contest shots, all right?
Iguodala out of the pack. He's got numbers if he hurries. The Curry bounce pass, Andre.
Oh, blocked by James! LeBron James with the rejection.
Wow. 60 seconds to go. We're tied at 89. Here we go. Irving between the circles. Down to our left. Irving's picked up by Steph Curry. 6 to shoot. He's at the right point. He stutter steps. He launches a three. Hey! Nailed it!
It's over. The Cavaliers are NBA champions.
The drought is over. The curse destroyed. 52 years of torment.
Congratulations, you're the first team in the history of the NBA to come back from a 3-1 deficit. And LeBron, most valuable.